Hello friends, today I'm going to explain how to connect our forms, Windows Forms with database, and how to use the Windows Forms. Uh, First, I'll just show you the demo, how to run, how my program is run. So I'll just have my form 1, I have login and register. So I'll just go for login. I'll just go David, then password, and also I'm re-entering. Let's see, I'm just re-entering the password. So one data is saved already, so I'm just going back to my login page. So here from my login page I can go and I can see, I can enter through login page. So I'm just adding to my cart. So these are the 4 items I have in my shopping cart, so I'm just adding to the cart. It asking for quality, so I'm just adding 4, add to cart. One data is saved, so I'm just going back. So if I want to show the cart, I'm just seeing the cart. So I have BlackBerry phone set 4. Okay, I can also even, I'll just add one more thing, 5, add to cart. One data is saved. Okay, so this is how I added to cart. Now if I want to delete the cart, asking which one you want to delete. So I'll just delete the BlackBerry, it's deleted. So I'll just go back and see my cart. See, now BlackBerry is 0, now I have LGS 5 here. So this is how I did use add cart, delete, show cart. Then I'm just logging out. Now we'll go for login. Then I'll just show the admin page, how the admin is page is used. So this is my whole uh, page, admin page. So if I'll just go and I'll try to add, sorry, it went off somewhere. Yep, it's here. Username, I'll just give something, then password, I'll just see username is already taken, so I should change my username. So I'll just give Sujain1. It takes username, takes one data is saved. Okay, so this is how I added. Now I'm gonna add to the cart. So I'm just adding Samsung here just to show add to the cart. Okay, one data is saved. One more thing I want to add to the cart, LG, just add 3, add to the cart. One data is saved. So I'm just logging out. I'm just again logging into my admin page here. So this is my whole admin page. So I have here, these are all the things which are used by sorry, so these are all the things which are used by me. So these many people have logged in my, have been registered for it. So I'm just want to get the count. So I'm just taking LG, get name. So I'm just counting. So total 8. See how I have 5 here. We can see I have 5 here. Then if I just move it down, I have 3 more. So it total gives me as count. So if I want to delete, I will just give Sujain1. 1 is deleted. So this is how I deleted it. So if I log out and log in again, Joel will be automatically removed if we see Sujain1. So see, you don't have Sujain1. So this is how I created my login, register, and other things for the web form. So if you want to, okay, if you want to open a web form, just go to files, new, then project. In project you can select a web forms application, give your name. So I'll just show my first, where is my first page, explorer. Then where's my form 1? Okay, sorry, this is another one, Joel running. Yes, so this is my form 1. So this is how my design will be. So from toolbox, I just put it here, I can drag and drop anything which I want to use. So I'll just drag and drop here. So if I want a button here, let's see, so this is how I drag and dropped here. So if I double click it here, I'll just go to my CS file where I can use it on click. So this I have two buttons here, so I'll just go for see my coding here. So I have just two buttons, login and register. For login, I'm just hiding that one. This dot hide means the form one will be hidden, and the login, I'm just creating an object for the login page, login form, and just creating login dot show. So this shows my login. So we'll go to, I'll just close it. We'll go to, sorry, login.cs. So this is my, in login.cs I have a label, then a text box, then I have another label, then I have a text box, then login button. So this is how, this is my, so these are all things which will be directly served. So if I want to use database, I need to have this compulsorily. So I'm just, I use this one, I just made it because in the this one, because if I want to see my user till last the end of the same session, I'm just storing that the username here and making it as public static, so I can use this user anywhere which I want use in the whole project. Then I'm just see password character. So if I want to change my password character to star or any other thing, I can change it directly here. So password character is star form. So if I enter the password, it will directly show me as star asterisk, not the characters. So I'm just using this dot user dot text. User is my text box ID. So if I see, if you wanna see, yep, see, text box ID is my username. So I'm just going username as text box ID. So user and pass, that next text box will be my password. I'm just checking if Joel and Joe, I'm just hiding this and opening my admin page. Then now we'll see that admin page right now. So it's already came here. So admin page, see, this is the grid view. I can drag and drop it from tools which I showed you last time. Then sorry, yes, from here I can choose which database I want to show it here. Then I have count and delete, two buttons are there and two text boxes are there. So if you want to check the count, so this is my, so this is how standard table letter fill this comma shopping data set one dot shopping. So I'm just exporting my whole database to the grid view. Yeah, next the logout is, I'm just hiding this and I'm showing the form one again, the new form one, that login and register pages there. Then I'm going for string product dot text. I'm just taking the product name to just get the count of it. This is my SQL connection string, so you can see it. If you want to get the connection string, then go to servers connections. If you have that connections or other things also, let's see, if you want to add a new connection, add connection, sorry, taking, yeah, mine is this one is, so you can select which database you want to use. So I'm just selecting shopping database. So I'm just test condition, yeah, tested, okay. So it takes a little time to get that database online. Okay, wait, I'll just show you view server explorer. See, so this is my database. If I see the properties, I'll get here, this will be my property. So this is how we can see the property data and we can copy it and paste it here. Sorry, I this one went wrong. Yeah, so if you see that I have shopping database, so I can get it from here. That if I just control it, if I just copy and just paste it here, then opening the connection, I'm just a string, I'm just using it, select some the product name from shopping. I'm just selecting the, I'm just, because all the product names are in capital letters in my database. So if you want to see my database, tables, this is my shopping. So see, if you want to see everything, is there BlackBerry, Samsung phone, LG, everything are there here. So this is how, so I'm just changing it to uppercase in case if the admin uses in a small letter case. So I'm just using SQL command, then execute scalar because it returns a scalar value object, and I'm storing it in result, and in message box dot show it's pop-ups a message box, and I'm showing the result on it. So if I take delete, I'm just taking the username and again opening the connection string and connection here, then query delete from shopping where user equal to use, just taking the user and using it here, and just command SQL command query dot and execute non query because it's execute, does not return anything. It has written how many rows are affected. So if it is not equal to 0, then it is deleted. If it is else, it is, sorry, it is not deleted. Yeah, this is not deleted. I'm just showing that result in my message box. So these are the two main things which I done in the admin page. Now I'll just go for again login.cs. So this is how we did it for admin. Now if it is not equal to Joel and Joe, my user is not equal to Joel, and if it is not equal to Joe, then I'll go for SQL connections, the same thing, open it, and I'm just selecting, seeing that if the user and the password matches, user and password shop where user equal to use and password equal to B. So I'm just checking it if a user name will be equal to user and the password will be equal to B. If both are there, I'm just getting into array data adapter. Data is something that which we use for disconnected database. This acts as an adapter between the data set and the database. So I'm just having that data table, I'm just filling the data table. If the rows are greater than 0, then it says that yes, there is a username of this and password of this. So I'm just hiding this and opening up the user page, else it shows me a wrong entry, check the entry you have again made it. I'm just using try catch blocks here because whenever you use the database we need to use try catch block, otherwise we'll get an exception anywhere we can use it. Now we have that user. In user we have many things. User page, so user page I have add to cart, delete, show cart, and logout. So I'll just go for add to cart. I'm just, if I want to do add carting, I'm just going for adding page. So I'll just go for adding page, adding.cs. So in adding.cs I have different things, and this is called a picture box. So in picture box you can go here and choose image and go for normal size. This, so everything I added to cart. So if we see that inside this I have just put something else. So this is sorry, this is called a compound box. It drags and drops, so I can give the values here, edit items, so I can just give the value. So if I want to give 7, 8, 9, so whenever I use it, it shows me the 9 values. So adding.c goes for adding.cs. Then I'm just showing that before that my visibility. So if you see that for this I put visibility as false, so it doesn't show at the starting. For this also add cart also the visibility will be false. So whenever the users clicks add to cart under any of the 4 items, it shows combo dot visible and button 5 dot visible. So I'm just showing both of them visible. I'm just setting as BlackBerry if it is BlackBerry, or Samsung and iPhone and LG something. Now I'm just taking the number which was entered by the user. So I'm just user equal to combo box 1 dot text. Combo box 1 is my ID for the combo box. So user, so everything you can change it using the properties here. So combo box, So if I just go around, so combo box here, my name, so this will be my id. So I'm just using the id.text, I'm just getting it because this is an integer value, I'm just parsing it here. So when loading, I'm not doing anything here. So when the user clicks button 5, that is add to cart, what I need to do, I'm just opening, this is my SQL connection, I'm just opening my connection, login.use. So I'm just checking login.use. So I'm just storing the string login.use here. So login is there somewhere here. In login I have the word as use, that string as use. So for this string I'm using because I need to know which user, so that from that user only I can update it. So I'm just adding .csvpc, so I'm just getting a user, then just saying as update shopping set name plus user, where user equal to, I'm just updating the name, I'm just taking the name will be, see if LG or iPhone or Samsung or BlackBerry, taking it, and user equal to user is in the sense user is here, what the number user is choosing from that combo box, where user is the s we are getting from the login page, that user we are still extending till the session is getting over. Then I dot a command execute SQL command to query comma connection. Then I'm just checking if it is not, data is saved, otherwise data is not saved. I'm just going back to my user page. So this is my again my user page. In user page I have one more, that is delete. So we'll go for delete.cs. So I have 4 things. I'm just displaying everything like BlackBerry, Samsung, iPhone, LG, back. So if I just push user checks, again I'm checking it, name equal to BlackBerry, then I'm going for check. If name equal to Samsung, I'm just, if user, it just to get the user, what user had choose, I'm just storing it in a name just for my further use. I'm just opening called a check is a function. Then I'm just opening a SQL connection, then opening it. We must use try catch block, otherwise it shows an error always when it says an error. So I'm just, see here also I'm getting the username here, update shopping set name, that name where equal to 0, I'm just putting it as 0 because I'm in my data, I'll show you my database later, it will be 0. So user will be, and where user will be yes. So SQL command I'm just selecting, otherwise not deleted, not deleted. Then we have a back button, that is I have given as id as logout, it shows my user page again. So if you see my, sorry, not this, delete dot design, I have my back. So if I press back, I'll just go back to my user page. Delete, and I want to show the show cart. If I use up, just share only, I'm just displaying it in a message box. So I'm just using open the connection, just see here also I'm just getting it from the use that login page, the same thing. So the same user can be used in the whole session. So I'm just select start from shopping, where user equal to places, and SQL command I'm just using it data reader because it gives much data. I'm just r.read, when r.read is just the same thing. Black, I don't want to display the user and the password, I'm remaining all like 0 will be my user, then 1 will be my password, then other things will be BlackBerry, first one Samsung, then iPhone, R4 will be iPhone, and R5 will be my LG, and just I'm appending to my result, whole result I'm appending it here. So I'm just closing that R reader, data reader, closing the connection and just showing it my here. And after that I have my user case, I have this logout button. So I'm just logging out and going to my form one. So this is how we can create anything, you can just drag and drop it. So view tools, toolbox. So from here anything, text box, not here, we'll just go for design. So see, anything we can just drag and drop it. From properties we can change, if we double click it we can use it dynamically in the CSS program. So this is how we can develop web forms and connect the database here. Thank you so much.